Two wheels are better than four. From the mountains to the shore, find us rolling up to the pub. We're 17 Scooters Club. Hello everybody, welcome to 17 Scooters Club. I'm coming from the Sahara Desert today. It is so hot. It's 95 and I have AC, but I don't run the AC. Honestly, I don't know how to use the AC. And whenever I run any sort of internal temperature systems, my bill goes up to $800 a month, and I'm like, I'd rather just be a little toasty for a couple hours until the sun sets. So
that is wild. By us, it started getting colder now. So it was really warm, in the 70s.
Yesterday was in the 70s, right?
Yeah, today's in the 30s, though.
I could use some of that. It's a little rough out here. The dogs don't know what to do. They're like, Mom, make it colder. And I'm like, well, you don't want to jump in the pool, so I don't know what to tell you.
I feel like that hit you all of a sudden, last week.
Mm-hmm. No, that's how it is. It's really random. Yeah, that was a weird mouth combination. For those of you who didn't see what me and Katie were doing before we started recording, which is all of you, I was jamming food into my mouth. And I made my go-to food recently. You might like this. Because we're just going to rewind. My problem is I want restaurant quality food. I want food that's going to be tasty. I have never been and will never be the girl who puts a chicken breast next to a potato and next to broccoli on a pan and puts it in the oven. No, where's the sauces? Where's the tastiness? Honestly, where's the pasta? But anyways, that being said, I am just really hard to I'm taking my socks off. Sorry, Chinese medicine. I'm so sorry. I'm really hot. I take little, what are they called? Patties made out of potatoes, hash browns, little hash browns. I put them in the air fryer. I crisp them up, and then I take them out and I put regular cream cheese is fine. Trader Joe's has this herb cream cheese, garlic herb. I put a little bit of that on. I chop up an onion. I put that on, and then some capers, and then smoked salmon, and then I top it with some dill. Ooh. And it is so good. It's
that sounds so good.
Yeah, it's my new hyperfixation. I found the recipe probably 4 years ago, but I did this with peanut butter when I was a kid. I'll eat this every day until I'm tired of it, and then I won't eat it for 6 months, and then I'll eat it every day again. So that's my fixation. It's super easy to make because you're not cooking anything except for putting the frozen hash browns into the air fryer. So
do you get all that stuff from Trader Joe's?
I do.
We don't really have one. The closest one is in a different state. So
okay, yeah, I know. And my problem is with generic grocery stores like the AMPs or the Vons, if you're out west, is that they're actually really expensive. Trader Joe's is quite cheap, I would say, compared to other big name grocery stores.
Yeah, I don't know. For me, it's just driving there and then parking there and then going in there. By the time I get there, It's just annoying.
It's also it's packed. That one's packed all the time. Mine is very just down the street neighborhood grocer. Neighborhood grocer.
My local grocer.
Local grocer. Yeah, and I feel there's a lot more of them out by me, so they're not, people just expect it. But yeah, I don't know. Regular grocery store, I think it might be more expensive to make these, but
yeah. I mean, they sound really good.
They're really good. You just have to visit me, and then I'll make them for you.
And we'll just make them. That's on the menu for the entire week.
Yes, breakfast every single day. Oh, you don't like smoked salmon? Oh, Natalie doesn't like smoked salmon, so she's the one that I don't make them for.
Why I feel like she does like smoked salmon?
She doesn't, because I've tried to feed these to her about 3 times because I kept forgetting that she doesn't like smoked salmon. I'm like, it's your birthday. This is the most bougie meal I make for breakfast. Let me make it for you. And she's like, I'll take mine without the salmon. And I'm like, what do you mean without the salmon? She's like, I just don't like this smoked. Yeah, I don't know.
Interesting. That's the best part.
It is the best part. But I get it. I'm definitely picky. It can't be fishy. I made salmon the other day and it was fishy, and I gave it all to Hassam. I'm like, I don't I can't do it. Or give it to my cat. But like if it's just regularly, I think I like the farm salmon. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah,
Poor
just
salmon.
regular.
It's less fishy.
I agree. Yeah, if it's fishy, I don't want it. Hmm.
Your race is tomorrow, isn't it?
No, it's Sunday, but it will have already happened by the time this
What
episode,
day
I
is
think,
it?
probably comes out. I don't know.
Tomorrow's Friday.
We could put it out tomorrow. So
Yeah.
I'll tell you a little bit about it, and then
Yes.
so I'm
Because you have
running
to wake
the
up at 4 tomorrow, and I thought that was race related.
run club. It's the last hurrah.
Sort of. Sort
Yeah,
of.
it's the last run, like group run before the race.
Okay.
Um,
And it's the New York Marathon, right?
half. It was
That's
fun.
pretty bougie.
It is. There was
Like that's a
30,000 people who are running it. They shut down Times Square, all of Times Square. It's only shut down 2 times a year, one for this race and two for New Year's Eve. So they all of Times Square is shut down. We run through. Um, it's really cool. So I'm excited for it. We went to the expo today. I got a lot of cute expo things. I got like black jogger pants. I got like the running split, like the split baggy shorts that are like running shorts. I got
Oh
black
yeah, the
ones.
ones that you unzip?
No, they're no, they're like just, I know what you're talking about. No, they're like just black baggy running shorts, but they split on the side by your thigh.
Oh, that's like very Lululemon.
Yes, very Lululemon.
Yeah.
It's sponsored by New Balance. Everything's New Balance. I got a shirt, a couple
Damn.
shirts.
That's
I
pretty cool.
did though, and I'm wondering if this is connected to the. You know how all the Tylenol conspiracy lately, like Tylenol causes autism allegedly.
No, continue.
Yeah,
But is
I
that
don't.
just it? Is that just it?
That was just it. It was like a thing a few
Hmm.
months ago where everyone was like, "Oh my god, Tylenol, autism." Like I don't know, people were getting crazy. So then we get to the expo. They're not giving away free running gels. They're not giving away free KT tape samples. The pop and table with the free stuff was Tylenol. So listen to this. I went through twice. So you go, you show
He's
up.
like, I will not feel my feet by the end of
I
this
will not feel
race.
anything. So I show up. You have to wait in line everywhere else. This is like the New York City, whatever. Like you can walk up to wherever. Tylenol, you had to get in a corral. You had to get into a line. You get up in the first table. The lady's like, pick one right now. Pick, pick, pick. You could pick a backpack. You could pick a headband. You could pick a metal straw. You could pick a little like a fan or like something else. And I'm like, she's like, pick one, pick one. You can only pick one. And I'm like, metal straw because it's reusable. So then
Yeah.
she's like, okay, move it down. And then as you're going down, there's a whole table and someone is throwing things in your bag. I got a full bottle of Tylenol. I got
Are
like
they allowed
lighter.
to do that?
It was all packaged. I got lidocaine, like the rolly stuff that you roll
Oh
on like
yeah,
sore
kind of like
muscles.
icy hot.
Tylenol brand. I got a Tylenol big like sore patch thing. I got Tylenol supplements. I got all this Tylenol stuff. And I was like, that's crazy. So then I got out of line and I went back in line and they're like, forgot because there's a lot of people there. They're like, okay, what do you want? What do you want? So I left like
More, more.
stocked up on Tylenol.
That's probably a bottle of Tylenol will probably last you a year. So you're set for like 2 years.
I'm
I don't
set
know.
for it.
I don't remember the last time I bought like a bottle of Advil or anything. I'm just always like, I need some now. And then I'm like, oh, I don't have it. And then that's usually when I stock up. I'll like go to buy it on Amazon. It's like, it's going to be here in 3 days. And I'm like, well, now I need to go to a grocery store. And then I end up with like a bunch of bottles, but you don't have to buy any for a while.
I don't, and I normally don't take painkillers. Like I'll take it maybe once in like every 6 months. So I've been waiting for my bottle of like whatever it was generic to run out, and it finally ran out. And now I'm like, oh my god, I got all
I
this
have
stuff.
name brand. I'm a
I
name
have
brand
name
girly.
brand.
Wow.
But
I'm
yeah,
the same way. I'm
Tylenol.
like, I'm just gonna power through it. Why would I put it in my
Yeah,
body? I wish I
right.
was like I know I interrupted you. I wish I knew enough about like Chinese medicine and that where I could be
Yeah.
like, okay, go chew on a dill leaf or something, and then your pain
Uh-huh.
will go away. Like I want to know that. And I
As I
guess
have
next time. Hmm?
goji berries floating around in my warm water, that's good for women's health.
Yes, I need to do that.
Hmm.
That would have been perfect for me to bring to recording today. That being said, guys, should I talk about my recording
Yeah, go
session?
for it. Because my topic is a little crazy, so
Okay,
we'll talk
perfect.
about real life things.
It's gonna be just like the Olivia show and then Katie's topic. No, we were talking about Katie too. I'm excited for your race. I hope we get lots of updates next week about it and all
Yeah,
that fun stuff.
it's gonna be
And
cool. I'll send you, yeah, all the outfits, all the pictures. I got really cool. like for me, outfits. Like I said, I got like joggers, split shorts, long sleeve,
Hmm.
everything's New Balance. So I got everything black and white, which is really cool.
I should have like, I don't know. I need some more like running gear. I should have next race. I'll be like, here's a list. Send it
Here's
to
a list of
me.
what I want, and it's all cool. It's
Yeah,
branded with like New York City Marathon
and that's
stuff on
pretty
it. That's
cool.
cool.
Yeah, and they'll be like, did you run it? No, I'm just really supportive of my sister.
Just say yeah, yeah, I ran
It would
it.
actually be kind of fun every time somebody asked me, be like, nope, but my sister did.
Well, I
I
was talking
did
to the
not.
girl I went with today, and she said, "I think I might just go to the expo for the full marathon because we're doing the half." And I was like,
You
can
allowed
you
to
do
do
that?"
that?
And she said, "Yeah, anyone can just show up." So imagine if you just found out when, because they didn't check any. I mean, they checked ID to get my bib, but it's free to just walk around. Imagine if you
If
just
I
show
lived
up,
in the city, I would totally do that just for like funsies.
look at the
Be like,
merch and
oh, would
stuff.
you look at that? Like,
Oh, free
give me free
Tylenol.
Tylenol. Seriously. All right, next year I'll visit during that. Anyways, um, yes, I was drinking tea today. The coolest, I don't even know where to start. Okay, so I stopped recording music for a little while because I was hell bent on learning to do it myself. I'm like, well, I already write the songs myself. I already do this and that myself. Like, why not also like I release them myself? Why not like record them myself? And so I got really hyper fixated. Speaking of autism, I got really hyper fixated on trying to learn how to record, and it was never the same. Like I could never get it down, and so I just got frustrated and I quit. I'm like, I can't record. I'm not doing this. Blah blah blah. I'm shutting down. And then finally, I'm like, okay, I need to actually like start recording again and paying somebody to record. So my process for anybody who's interested, there's this online website called Sound Better, and one of my musician friends who has a producer friend recommended it to me. So basically, it's a platform I go on. I listen to all these producers tracks, people that they've worked for. The woman that I chose, she worked for Sam Hunt. So she made what was it, 2016 by Sam Hunt. She was his producer on that track, and she did all the backing for that. So it's pretty cool. You could like choose famous people. You apply, you're like, this is my song. I would love to work with you if you have time and you would like to work with me. And they either accept you or they deny you. And she accepted me. And I'm like, cool, cool, cool. Her name is Kate. And
Ooh,
Kate's pretty cool. Um, and I've worked with her twice now. So I did 2 tracks with her. And then I just like, people just keep coughing on me. Like, I bartend, right? People just
coughing
will
on me.
cough on you. People will cough on you. And I'm like, are you fucking human? Get the fuck out of here. Why are you drinking alcohol if you have a cough? Like, go home and make some tea. But like, I swear, I'll be at the bar and I'll get sick. I'm just sick all the time. So I canceled on recording with this guy for a while because I was sick every time. And another illness was going around at the bar recently. And I have like a slight sniffle, but I'm like, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go. I can't cancel on this guy again. He's gonna think I'm making it up. And so I went in, and basically Natalie and I went on this off-grid horseback riding trip last year around this time of year. And it was really fun, and I brought my guitar, and there was this really annoying like kid and her mom. Actually, the mom was more annoying than she was, but the kid was like, I was playing my guitar in the room, and the kid kept being like, somebody's playing guitar. I hear somebody playing guitar. They sound so great. And I'm like, oh, I wonder who it is. I wonder who it is. Like, crazy. And I'm like, I just wanted to have a vacation with my sister. I didn't want to talk music to anybody. Anyways, by the end of the trip, she comes up to me. She goes, I knew it was you. She's like, you should go check out the studio on site. I'm going right now. And I'm like, no, it's not their job to show me their studio right now. Like we're guests riding horses, and then their job is over. Like I'm not going to ask them to do extra work for me to go and see. So it's just like, no, I'm not going to do that. So um I knew that there was a studio there, and I wasn't sure where it was, what it looked like, or whatever. But the guy, he came over from Ireland. I'm trying to make this a short. During COVID, he came over during Ireland and then built this studio, and it was like an old cabin back on in the ridge. So we drove. I didn't know I was going to be off roading today, but I get to like the main lodge, and we drive probably like 7 miles down the road, and then all of a sudden he pulls to the side and opens a cattle gate, and we go through a cattle gate, and we start driving through. We drove for 5 minutes. I have a whole like video of it, and I mean 5 minutes of driving. We were going like 30 miles an hour. Like that's a decent ways out there.
It's like in the
Um,
middle, like in the pastures.
we started climbing hills in my little like small SUV. Like I climbed hills through the pastures, and all of a sudden like there's no service the whole way, and then all of a sudden you get to like almost to the top of the hill, and there's a little cabin up there, and that cabin was turned into a music studio, and it was really cool. I'm like, I don't want to create music anywhere else. Like there's nobody. I didn't have to lock my car door. Like I yeah, it was pretty cool. And so I just recorded vocals on 2 songs there. And I mean, it was a cool experience. He actually like usually I'll just record vocals and then leave, and then they'll be like, "Okay, here it is." And I'm like, "Well, I don't love it. Like what are you doing?" And that's why I wanted to get into it myself.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I knew that there are better takes than that. Why didn't you choose the better takes? But he sat there and we went through all the takes, and we kind of chose like we made our own little Frankenstein of a song and chose what takes we liked the best together. And I'm like, that was pretty cool.
So I'm thinking it's like almost like an outhouse, but not an outhouse. Not an
Did
outhouse, but
I
like a
didn't send
little
you?
tiny cabin.
Yes, precisely. I'll
And
send
it's
you
a nice,
pictures.
nice recording inside studio.
Yeah, it was really bougie. I wouldn't even say bougie. It was just like it was great. It was the first time I was a little concerned
Yeah.
because he said it was built in the 80s, and it was a little cabin until about 2022 or 2023, and they turned it into this.
Is
So,
this was Christmas present stuff?
Christmas present. Yeah.
Interesting. Yeah, I
But
want to.
like I'm sending it to you now. I would say the house itself wasn't too crazy. It was just like a little cabin, but like the equipment in there was really nice. And honestly, it was really cool because it was like a rustic cabin. There's like a little kitchen. But bringing me back around, he made me tea when I got there, and so I had like
That's cute.
yeah. You got all the pictures?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was really cute.
You know what this reminds me of is, um, what's that? Ugh, I shouldn't have said it if I can't remember.
No,
Um,
describe it
there's a
because I'm
Netflix. There's a Netflix show about a lady, a big city lady. She's a nurse. It's not Heartland. She goes and she falls in love with Jack, and they go to
yes,
Jack's
I hate
bar.
the show. It's so
Um,
I watched a lot of it.
me too. This reminds me of her little cabin.
River something,
River,
not Forest River, Virgin River.
Virgin River,
Yeah, it's like all right. That's a show that I watched a lot of, and I'm just like, this isn't very good. Like the quality of the show is very
like
meh,
cheesy-ish. Yeah,
cheesy baseline, but like it was something in the background. Yeah, that's true. That is what it reminded me of.
right.
I couldn't believe how far back it was. Like at first, I drove like 25 minutes into Parkfield from the highway, and 25 minutes through straight through farmland into like drove east, and then we got to Parkfield, and Parkfield's the only town, and it's a population of 18 people, and so that was our town. And then from that 18 people populated town, which I believe is just one family, um we drove into the woods probably another 20 minutes. So it was pretty
So,
cool.
and the guy met you there.
Yeah. Well, no. He met me in town, our little town, and then he was like, "I'll take you the rest of the way."
I'll take you there.
Um, and then when I was going to leave, I'm like, "Are you gonna show me back down?" Like, I think he just assumed that I knew where I was going, and he trusted me to like open the cattle gates and close them. And I'm like,
I
"There's
don't
a lot of
know.
back roads out here. I'm worried about going down and ending
Um,
up somewhere else."
how does it work with the Sam Hunt lady and then him? Like you record and then you send it to her?
Ooh, I need to reach out to her. So basically, yeah. So she'll
No,
send me
I'm not pushing
all
this.
like a folder of empty of like files. So like this will be like the lead guitar track, and then she'll be like, this is the track, and just all of those. So he'll open it in a project and then be able to record me from it.
Oh. So they
Yeah,
have to work together. They have different jobs.
they do. So she does just like pretty much a backing track. She'll do all the music behind it and then send that to me. And then with him, I'll do my vocals and then he'll mix and master it as well. So
So and then who gets the final project, like final part of it?
he does.
He does.
That could be a third person if I wanted it to, but I hired him to do both.
I did not know that there were so many steps in this process. I thought it was just like you show up, you sing,
And boom.
and
Well,
boom,
yeah. Yeah, I do the easy part. Like all I do is write the song.
sing them. Well, that sounds fun.
Yeah, it's fun.
I'm glad that you had a good
I'm
weekend or day.
yeah. All I can think is like I really want to do merch. All I could think about is like what line of the song would I just embroider on like a baby tee like this? Like just write my dog thinks you're dead, like right here or something. I don't know.
I think that would be cool.
Yeah.
And then you could just sell it on like Instagram and whatnot. I feel like people would buy it.
I think so too. It'd be fun to just like get some for like my random little gigs and be like, do you want some legit stuff? I saw somebody and then I'm curious about your topic. He made postcards. And
Oh, that's
so
cool.
when you're at his show, you can go on and it says like hello from Stenza, that's his name. And
Mm-hmm.
then you make a postcard and then you send it. And they'll like send it for you, which is pretty cool. Anyways, yeah, I'll have music soon and it's hot. Oh, we went down. It's 87 now, so it's okay. Okay.
It looks like the sun is setting behind you.
No, I just closed the shade. It's just like, yeah, I have a couple hours left. Oh, what time is it? It is 5:56, and I have an hour left, and it sets at 6:54 according to
Okay.
Garmin.
Are you ready? I need to
I'm
turn on my
ready.
flashlight. That's what I'm trying to do. Because it's so dark in here. Ah!
You have to
Okay.
do like the under the chin, like as creepy stories.
All right. So I know I sent this in our group chat before, but I wanted to kind of detail it. So this is allegedly 6 days ago. So beginning of March, a 33-year-old man was like stumbling around on Sunday the Sanibel Island Causeway, which we
Sanibel
know.
Island.
Mhm. So he's stumbling around the causeway, like he's like disoriented. He's kind of in the sand on the side, yet like he's on the causeway. He's on, he's off. He's confused. He doesn't know what he's doing. So people driving by call the police, and they're like, "Hey, there's something crazy going on." And when the police come, he says, "I got abducted by a pod of dolphins." And they're like, "What? Like, what? Are you okay?" And he said, basically, long story short, he was like, "Yeah, I got abducted by a pod of dolphins, and they wanted me to be a laborer for their underground construction project." And they're like, "Okay,
Those dirty,
what's
dirty
going on?"
dolphins.
So this is the Lee County Sheriff's Department, and this was 5:45 a.m. on Sunday. When they found him, and he was like disoriented and confused, and like he was on the road, he was off the road, he was in the sand. Allegedly, he was sketching diagrams in the sand. He was barefoot. He was super sunburnt. He was like all wet and confused, but he was like madly sketching these diagrams in the sand. And it was like, I guess so, maybe so he could remember. He had all these abrasions and like cuts on his hands and his feet, and everyone was like, "What's going on with you?" He says that he was in Fort Myers and he was swimming. He was just out on Friday, a Friday swim.
Don't go in the water, folks.
No, don't go in the water, especially with the dolphins. They're smart.
Florida
So he's out there
man.
swimming for fun. And he said this pod of dolphins surrounded him, and they weren't aggressive, but they for sure were like, "Hey, you're coming with us." And they made a circle around him, and they kind of just pushed him out, 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 out more. They brought him like way off the coast, and he wasn't scared, but he was like, "Okay, like this is for a reason. Like they're trying to tell me something." And he says that the dolphins really wanted him to build an aquatic habitat underground, like under the sea. There was a leader named Gerald, Gerald is the dolphin leader, and Gerald
Damn it,
was the
Gerald.
main male dolphin, and he had a scar on his dorsal fin. He wasn't again aggressive, but he was very like firm with what he wanted, I
He's
guess.
like, you're going to build me a city.
He was the project foreman. That's what he was quote unquote described as. Um,
Okay.
when the police asked him, "How did you handle breathing then?" He said, "Gerald handled the breathing, and it was some type of like bubbles. Like we didn't ask Gerald questions." So they're like, okay, this guy is like nuts. And he went on to explain that apparently the dolphins were having him build some type of multi level structure, like townhomes and stuff. And they were like mapping it out under the ground. And he was building these structures from coral, apparently, allegedly. He even was like made a spot for a town gathering square, a recreation center. And he said that there were even like, I don't know, some type of writing, whether this was, I'm guessing it was on the beach, about zoning regulations. He they initially took him in and they're like, okay, this guy is like psychotic, he's drunk, he's on drugs, we're confused. No, everything came back as zero. And he sticks to his story that the dolphins, specifically Gerald, brought him out and wanted him to, help them with their underground construction project. And apparently Gerald said, because at first he didn't understand Gerald, and then after spending time with Gerald, then he did end up understanding Gerald a little bit more. But
I can
uh,
just picture Gerald with like a Jamaican accent. Like,
yeah,
I
come
could
on, a
sort
little
of
bit
understand you, but
more.
not properly.
Yeah. And Gerald said that he did a good job. That's why he was like, quote unquote, released. He swam back to the shore. But Gerald said, you did such a good job. Next time you get in the water, we will come get you and you're going to come do phase two. So
They will come get him when it's time for
they will
phase
come
two
find him.
on Earth.
So what
Or
was I
does
going
he
to talk
swim a
about?
lot? He must swim a lot.
Yeah, he's a Florida man. He just likes to swim.
Wait, and you said no drugs. They did test for drugs, and he had no drugs.
Correct.
What? How about like mental issues? Because those feel
They
like a drug. I
they
feel
released
like.
him. They said Sunday he's fine. He's released to go back, and that's that. And so I've been seeing multiple videos about that over and over and over. So everyone's like,
Yeah.
"Is this true?" And then I didn't even have to connect the dots. The internet did it for me. Everyone said, "We told you that the dolphins were onto something." Because
Mm.
remember, for us, episodes ago, like I don't know, maybe a half a year ago, 6 months ago, we did an episode on how number one, it's illegal to speak with the dolphins. You can't talk
Yes.
to them because they know things, and obviously they know how to talk and communicate with people to build underground structures. And number two, we talked about how the dolphins would help women give birth because they would swim in circles and circles, similar like Gerald did with this man, and like weird things would happen. Like the women wouldn't feel any pain; they would be like very relieved, and like everything would just be fine during birthing. And that's kind of the same with this guy. He's like, Gerald was like, don't worry about breathing. I got you.
Wow.
Wow was right.
Well, you see, now I'm wondering, is this something like it's illegal to talk to them? Is this something that the government fucked with and made dolphins like that? Or are dolphins just normally like that?
It's a great
Like, is this natural
question.
phenomenon or is this the government? I could see both ways. I
I could see
believe in
both
the
ways.
dolphins.
I kind of believe in the dolphins. I think that the dolphins were so smart that the government figured out like, hey, we can train some of them, but then maybe they know too much now and then trained all their other
Yeah.
like friends.
You want to know what we have to do? We have to go back to San Diego, go back on the tour, and jump into the next Superpod situation and
Yeah.
be like, just take me to your world. Yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
know. I mean, I'm really not sure. The guy didn't seem to be scared, allegedly. And we know, yeah, like we said, there's weird things going on with dolphins. So who's to say? I'm not sure.
Oh, yeah. That's odd. Natalie's always been a dolphin girl. But honestly, when you think about it, like dolphins have really been the center of attention my whole life, right?
Mhm.
Like from folders to jewelry, like dolphins
Mhm.
are like a core part of our United States girlhood aesthetic. Like who didn't have a necklace with like, and nobody has a like a necklace with a deer on it. Like, we're not growing up with necklaces really with dogs on it. Like, I would say there's more necklaces with like
Dolphins.
dolphins than anything else, and with earrings,
Mhm.
dolphins are at the forefront. And so why?
Do you
What
think
do they have
it's
on us?
priming, like you said, girls? Do you think the dolphins, like the dolphin culture, is like priming us? Like, hey, we know something. We can help you give birth. Do you
Maybe.
think the dolphins are like, hey, you know how I'm thinking of the folders? There's the like the dolphins, and then in the background, it like literally is Atlantis made out of
Yes.
like coral. Like it's one
Hmm.
of those things like hiding in plain sight. Like everybody knows. They're like, oh, everyone knows this folder. But Gerald and the Dolphins were like, jokes on you. This is real, and you all need to build it for us.
Yeah. Well, when you were explaining the beginning, I'm like, what if Gerald, like, what if they're trying to come, like, to make little tubes to go under the United States, under continents to like make it to the other side?
They could if they're. He's got a plan, Gerald. So
Like, when you think about it, the waterworks, like, you must, like, there's probably a map where you could connect a pipe from one side of the US to the other.
there has to be.
And they,
Someone had to have tried that
yeah, like, there's had to be people that have tried to go in the tube,
yeah,
in the pipes.
for
So
sure.
I feel like dolphins definitely could. Yeah, I don't know. But part of me loves conspiracy theories because I'm like, yeah, this is wild. The part of me is like, what are they doing to us? I don't want to know. Like, I just want to be ignorant.
This poor man was just swimming. It was a Friday, Friday afternoon. He's just swimming in the ocean, and then all of a sudden he disappeared. Then came back on Sunday, and he went to the hospital. They were like, "Yeah, you're good."
So does he have like a wife or anybody in his life?
I don't know. I didn't read
Because
that far.
I would like to know like if he has anybody to back him up saying that he's not psychotic.
That he's not crazy. He does have in the pictures, whether they're real pictures or not. It is a picture of him with some severe sunburn. But I was like, if you were submerged underwater, how did you
Yeah.
get your sunburn?
Actually, I saw this.
Unless he was up top, like maybe they brought him to the surface and it was like far away and he had to swim back and then who knows how long he was on the beach for.
He could breathe because he actually wasn't underwater. It was all a
It
hallucination.
might have been.
Where were the lifeguards? Where were the lifeguards when they saw a man like just floating far out?
What,
Like,
surrounded by dolphins?
where's he going? Not the dolphins again, Jerry. Jerry, bring him back. Interesting. Yeah, I could see either way.
Yeah,
I can't stop
TBD.
thinking about it. Yeah,
TBD on
TBD.
that.
Yes, yes, yes. I'm trying to think what else is going on.
Mm.
Natalie is not here. I thought maybe we should show up. Natalie's being taken out by. Okay, so she was just saying that it's the last night that she is working on the project that she's working on. And like they slowly tapered away different people working on the project. And so she's the last person from her company working on the project. And the guys who were like hands on doing the digging and working machinery and stuff we're like, yeah, we want to take you guys out like because it's our last night. And she's like, it's just me, like it's just me. They're like, that's okay, like come on, it'll be on our company. And so she's going out with like 3 to 1 year old dudes, which is going to be funny. But I feel like it's less awkward than going out with just one of them,
Yeah.
unless like one of them was like typical man and like called dibs. And it's like you can't like call dibs, she has boyfriend. But like yeah, I'm curious to hear
Where are they taking her?
updates on that.
Like a sit down restaurant?
I don't know, I just visited Adley last week and there's nothing there.
Maybe you're
Like,
going to like a fast food.
actually, I take it back. I chose this one based off of I've got really good Googling skills. Best restaurants to go around here. There's only like 4 of them to choose from. And there's this one, and it was Mexican food, but it had really good ratings. And so we went there. And we just stumbled upon probably the best happy hour I've ever seen. It is the middle of the desert, but it was like for $11. I got 2 taquitos, either chicken or steak. They didn't care which one, and a margarita.
Ooh.
$11. And then the next one up was like $12. It was like any well drink and nachos. And the third one was like a full entree for $13. And it was like, and like a shot and a beer. And I'm like, oh my God, this is crazy. And it was
They have
like an
nothing better to do
actual,
out there.
no, like I had a midday margarita and I fell asleep. But it was tasty.
Nice. Was that the
Yeah.
old looking saloon place that you guys went to?
No, that I want to film a music video there so bad. That was called The Joint. And
Yes.
that we accidentally I wanted to see a ghost town. That was one of the options. I was like, let's go to like somewhere cool around here. And they're like, you want to go to a ghost town? And I said, absolutely.
Yeah.
I downloaded Ghost Tube and nothing happened. Just saying. I was really hoping something would happen. But nothing happened. But we accidentally roll into this town with like one business there. It was literally just the joint and then maybe like one little shop. And everything else was like just fake to make it look like a ghost town. And we accidentally came into like a motocross off-roading convention. And so me and Adley were like the only two women there. And I was like, I think I'm a little overdressed. I wasn't even overdressed. I was wearing jean on jean and a pair of
Mhm.
cowboy boots. But there were just men wearing their off-roading motocross gear everywhere. And I'm like, well, this is fun. We went into the bar and Natalie's friend was like, yeah, it's usually empty in here. There's usually nobody here. And yeah, it was packed.
With
But
motocross. I mean, it's in
it
the
was
middle of the
fun. It was
desert, a
cool.
fun place to motocross, I guess.
Yeah, it was really cool in there though. I definitely want to record a music video there.
When there's nobody there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think next time I record vocals, I feel like I need to hire like a videographer to like just come with me,
Mhm.
record, but then the pressure's on to look good and sound good. And I'm like, no, we got to do those on like two separate occasions. Um,
I think that's a good idea.
I don't know, that could work. And just stay a little bit longer afterwards and shoot something.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see. Anyways,
Awesome.
I gotta swap my laundry and Katie's got to get up for her shakeout run.
Yeah, I will keep you guys updated about how everything goes next week. Liv's
Put my
gonna,
socks back on.
do you need your socks to flip your laundry?
Yeah, because I live in a trailer. My laundry's in the main house.
Oh, so you have to go on an adventure.
Yeah, I gotta put my boots back on.
Oh no.
I know. Yeehaw! Anybody say I'm not country? I feel like I'm pretty country. I just don't own horses yet.
Yeah.
All right. Tate's ready. I said all right, and he stood up. Thank you for joining us. We will see you next week, a half marathon later, and maybe some new sneak peeks to play you.
Yeah.
Okay. Bye, guys. Scoot,
Scoot.
scoot. Two wheels are better than four. From the mountains to the shore, find us rolling up to the pub where 17 Scooters Club.